Thank you. Good evening. I'm Sam Cam.
And I'm John Dale. Welcome back to the Tulane Vignette Newsflash.
Let's get down to business.
Political strategist and Tulane professor James Carville received the green light for a Judge Judy-style court show. However, the network said that they would be unable to finance it, and said Carville's extravagant demands for decaf coffee ice cream, white orchids, and ventriloquist dummies put his show's budget over the edge.
The Palms raised its entry age from 18 to 21. This sweeping reform has actually only impacted the life of one person, Jimmy, because he's a little bitch boy who was too afraid to go in for fakes with the rest of his intramural wrestling team.
National Girl Scout Leader Day was April 22nd, 2 days after National Pretend We Don't Know Why We Sold So Many Girl Scout Cookies Day.
Speaking of April 20th, Neil deGrasse Tyson's show Star Talk premiered on the National Geographic Channel on that day. A smart move by Nat Geo because, as we all know, 420 is already the most popular day to watch TV shows about space.
Count me among those who believe that. Oh, speaking of Neil deGrasse Tyson, please welcome him because he's our next guest.
Greetings, Newsflash.
Hello, Neil.
So, Mr. Tyson, what do you got for us today?
I'm glad you asked, John. I was hanging out with my science friends, Bill Nye and the ghost of Nicholas Copernicus, and we came up with a great game that I think you guys will enjoy.
Sweet. Games.
It's called Neil deGrasse Tyson's Cosmos Sex Tips.
Oh.
So, I'll read a statement, and you tell me if it's a Cosmos sex tip or a tip about the cosmos. You see, Samantha and John, science and sex have some very neat things in common.
Awesome. Could you give us an example, Neil?
Sure thing, Samantha. Science is just like the G-spot. It's real whether you believe in it or you don't believe in it.
Wow, well, sounds fun. I'm ready to start.
Okay, well, when exploring new regions with a partner, it's important to be prepared and also to maintain good communication.
That sounds like a sex tip, but knowing you, it's probably a space tip.
You're right, John. Great deductive reasoning. Next up, when things with your partner get boring, use ice.
Well, that doesn't sound very spacey. Is it a sex tip?
You're right. Nice job, Samantha. You should be a scientist. Alright, final one. Make sure you wear your government-issued helmet at all times, or else you will lose all pressure in your skull, and your brain will implode.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a space tip to me.
Good guess, John. But it's actually a sex tip. A sex with me tip.
Neil, you're a hoot.
Alright, thanks for having me, guys.
Great. Bye, Neil.
Love him.
Yeah, he's real
He's
great.
great.
Yeah, what a guy.
Last Friday, a group of Swedish police officers on vacation in the U.S. broke up a fight on the New York City subway. When asked for a comment, the Scandinavians said, "We just wanted to make sure nobody got hurt." While when NYPD was asked for a comment, they said, "Why didn't anybody get hurt?"
Protests have grown in Baltimore following the death of Freddie Gray, a 25-year-old African-American man who was arrested for dubious reasons, beaten, denied medical care, and eventually died in police custody. The police don't seem to understand what the big deal is, though, with one police union chief going so far as to compare the mostly peaceful protesters to a lynch mob. That's like if a hungry Hitler had to wait in a long line at the deli and called his experience like the Holocaust.
That's like if President Fitz's response to students' cries for him to address sexual assault was, "No means no."
That's like,
This just in. We are getting a live report that a New Orleans driver made a complete stop at a stop sign and looked for pedestrians before continuing.
now that is shocking news. Anyway, back to Freddie Gray. Marilyn Mosby, the state's attorney for Baltimore, recently charged 6 officers with homicide. However, Baltimore's Fraternal Order of Police fired back against Mosby, questioning her integrity and threatening her husband's professional career if a new attorney was not appointed. This all according to police union spokesperson Al Capone.
April 19th marked National Lookalike Day. A recent poll showed that 100% of the large group of girls going to Starbucks at Loyola participated.
A small herd of buffalo escaped from a farm and crossed a busy stretch of the New York State Thruway. New York police troopers overheard the buffalo talking excitedly about artisanal cheese day at Bruff. Is it artisanal? Did I say it wrong? A small herd of buffalo escaped from a farm and crossed a busy stretch of the New York State Thruway. New York State police troopers overheard the buffalo talking excitedly about artisan cheese day at Bruff.
Hey, John, aren't you lactose intolerant?
You got me! Crawfest was April 18th, bringing 19,000 pounds of crawfish to Tulane's campus. Here to comment on the other side of things is one of those crawfish. Please welcome Maude the Crawfish.
Hey, guys. Hey, Maude.
Hey.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your Crawfest experience?
Well, Sam, I'm bitter.
Bitter? I thought you were spicy.
No, I am bitter. This was a horrible Crawfest.
Why's that?
Well, I had heard really good things about Crawfest, and I was excited to, hang out with my friends, a few drinks, listen to some tunes. They said it might be rainy, but I'm Maude the Mud Bug. I love mud. Shout out to my Bayou boys hustling in the mud. I've been looking forward to Crawfest for weeks. Some guys that went last year told me there were going to be tons of babes. This one was bad. It's real bad.
Yeah, I never thought of Crawfest as being especially fun for the crawfish.
It sucked. I got friend zoned so hard.
What?
Yeah. So I was hanging out with some super hot babes, and they were taking selfies with me, and I was like, I'm totally in, right? And I got super close, our faces, and she'd make the kissy face, and then she'd take the picture, and then she'd toss me aside. She dropped me like I was a side dish.
Sucks.
That's real, Maude. That's real.
Yeah. I had heard about the friend zone, but I've never experienced it.
So I hear that you wrote something for all of the women of Crawfest who didn't kiss you. Is that correct?
I did. It's a haiku, actually.
Oh.
My Crawfest lover, moist souls enmeshed in passion. Be my muddy bride.
That was really
What
touching.
a lucky girl.
That was beautiful.
Thanks. Thank you. Hi. Oh my God. It's you.
I never thought I would see you again. I just saw you on the Tulane Vignette news flash. I can't believe it's you.
It's fate.
Only at Tulane.
Only in New Orleans.
This has been
The Tulane Vignette Newsflash.
Good night.